Well, hello friends, and welcome to Kiss Up Cards, Keep It Simple Stamping Up. I'm Marianne, and I am coming to you tonight to share with you a twist on a bridge card. So last week I showed you how to make a bridge card. So if you missed that, go back to last week and view that again. Or view it, not again if it's your first time, but you can absolutely view it again. And we made a beautiful bridge card. So this is the one that I worked with. And you can see how it's got the bridge across the two folds. See that? And this was the original one I made. I made that one. But this arm, I had to redo it. I had to take it off because it was too long. And so now it will lay down flat. And so I can put it in an envelope and mail it out if I want to. So that's a bridge card because you've got the folds and then you've got the bridge going across. So I fixed that up. So I just wanted to show you that I fixed it up. I think I'm talking about it in the video as well. So tonight I'm going to show you a twist on the bridge card. Let's get right to my stamping table. I'm here at the craft table, and this is going to be a different cut and score measurements to the first bridge card we made. So then when it's a new cut, I'm going to use scrap paper instead of my good paper. So I need a card that measures 10 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'll get the 10 1/4 out of the long edge. And this is where I'm going to need my arm. There goes my paper. So 10 1/4. So we're going to cut that. So this is a template. This is a practice run. This is doing it on copy paper so that I don't ruin good cardstock. I have done that in the past and I have learned my lesson, maybe. And then 5 1/2. So this is a piece that measures 10 1/4 by 5 1/2. Now we're going to score it in 4 different areas. So similar to the bridge card last week, we scored in 4 different spots, 4 different measurements, but this one is going to have bigger measurements to it. So we are going to score at 1 1/2. Get that. 1 1/2 and 3 inches. And then you can go to 7 1/4 and 8 3/4. But if you don't have an arm and your cutter only goes to a certain measurement, just flip your paper around and then do 1 1/2. Whoops. 1 1/2. Almost did 2 1/2. 1 1/2 and 3 inches. And it's as easy as that. So there's our template. So we're going to fold on the second line and we're going to fold in to the card. Okay. And this one we're going to fold into the card. A little hard because I didn't press very hard on the score lines. And then this is going to fold back like this. So similar to the bridge card, except this, if you can see, is going to be a little wider than what we made last week. So this was the bridge card we made last week. And so these measurements are a little bigger and the flaps are a little bigger as well. I'll show you, I fixed the blue one. I love these colors as well. And now it folds flat. so I can put it in an envelope. So I did fix it. Okay, that will be the back of the card. Then we're going to have a little twist on the bridge card. So that makes kind of your bridge like that. And now we've got a little bit of a twist. We are not going to be putting this piece on. We're going to be doing something different tonight. Now I think I'm ready to do the cuts on my good cardstock. So we need, oh, I do need the arm for this. So I need 10 1/4. So 10 1/4, 10 1/4, and then 5 1/2. Oops. You might always cut from the bottom to the top, and then your cardstock doesn't move, and so then your measurements won't be out. We're going to score. We're going to score. So we're going to score along this long line. This 10 1/4 edge is going to be up at the top. And we're going to score at 1 1/2. And we're going to score at 3 inches. And then I'm going to turn my card around, and I'm going to score at 1 1/2 and then 3 inches. And there's the card base. I'm going to use my bone folder this time. So I'm going to go on the second fold and fold that in. And then fold this back. And then with this one as well, we're going to fold that back. And there's the first part of your bridge. Now we're going to cut the strips to cover this area. And I'm going to use, this is the paper I picked. So I picked the strawberries to go in the back here. And I'm starting to love this gray granite as card base. It's just gorgeous. I think this color, the Night of Navy, this blue, has been my favorite. So vibrant, but the gray is becoming a close second. I think it just goes with everything. So we need 4 of these, and so I just picked this to go on the edges of the cards, on the flaps. And I need 5 1/4. So this is a 6-inch piece, so let me cut it to 5 1/4. So I just have to make that one cut. Whoops, cut. And this we can keep for something else. And now I need to make 4 of strips at 1 1/4. So 1, 2. And this is from the Storybook Memories pack. So is the gingham. The gingham is a second paper pack that you can get. It will just go with anything that you're making. There we go, and I have this piece left over. So there's for the flaps. We're going to have that for the flaps. So we'll glue everything together after. And now we're going to make the twist. I need a note card. So a card base that measures 10 inches by 3 3/4. So this is very bright pink, brighter than I would use. It's just for matting, so it will be behind. All right, so I want a 3.5. Nope, 3 3/4. Good thing I looked. 3 3/4. I'm gonna cut that. Whoops. Cut that to 3 3/4. That will be used for something else. And then this needs to be 10 inches. That's a good strip that I could use up. And this piece is going to be scored at 5 inches. There we go. Score that at 5. Picks out the strawberries in that paper. And then I need this piece to be 4 3/4 by 3.5. So let me cut the 3.5. Yeah, that's 3.5 by 4 3/4. And that will go on there like that. So the bright pink isn't showing up as much. Now comes the fun part, putting this together. I'm going to get my gluing mat. I'm trying to think. Silicone mat. Get my silicone mat, get that out. This is pretty, this side too. But I like this with the strawberries. All right, get my glue, reach for it. None of the adhesive sticks on the mat, which is really, really cool. I think I needed to make that. Oh, you know what I did? I grabbed a piece that was the end piece. That's why it's not working. Okay, take that off very carefully. I have to throw that one out. That's no good. It's all sticky. Let's try this again. Okay, so I'm going to glue down these panels, and I'm using my silicone mat, as no adhesive sticks on there. Oh, I think I want this down a bit. Put it up too high. There we go. Now you could make a mat, and if you're not sure how to do matting, you can always go back to my video on matting, but your matting would be this size, and then your paper would be, your designer series paper would just be 1/4 inch smaller. But I figured, you know, the more you mat, and matting is beautiful, it is absolutely gorgeous, but the more you mat, the more weight it puts on the card. So if you're mailing a card, then definitely you want to not have as much weight on it. So then just doing it this way is just as beautiful because you have the gray matting behind those pieces. Then on this piece, I'm going to see if my strawberries, just glue this down to here. And that's going to be in there. So what the neat part about this is that it will open up this way. So that's why you can't put a bridge on it, because then it prevents you from opening the card. If you still wanted the bridge, you would just make the card shorter and put it in. But I like how it covers it up. So I'm going to get my stamp set first and see what I want to stamp in the center. So I've been looking, I've got my stamps and my ink set out. I'm going to stamp Little Buddy in here and Hello Friend, and then there'll be lots of room to write. So I also picked from the Storybook Friends the ephemera, which is just little punch outs, you know. If you're old enough like me, you'll remember those punch out dolls and we could dress them. Well, we have ephemera where you can just punch them out. And then I got this pack, which is the Celebrate Love Mix and Match. And it has flowers, it has sentiments. It's for Halloween, but I'm going to show you how it has more flowers, but what I really like is this. Look at those. Wouldn't that make a beautiful wedding card? Oh my gosh, they're beautiful. So then I saw this and I thought, well, that would make a cute little fence for these guys to sit behind. And then I just grabbed this little tag that says hugs. So I'm going to glue that on the front. So let's get that going. No, first I want to stamp. I always want to stamp first. So if I make a mistake, so I got the cute little, this is from the Storybook Friends stamp set, which you could stamp any of these and color them in with coloring pencils or the stamping markers or anything that you have. Now these are photopolymers, so I need my cushioning underneath to stamp, to have a successful stamp. Whoops, stamped on there. Now this is a new stamp, so I always suggest stamping off. Oh, it just looks like it's got the hairline. And then just let it sit there so that the ink transfers to the paper. I found I was stamping too fast, removing it too quickly. Look at that gorgeous little bunny. That is so adorable. And then I'm going to stamp Hello Friend. Oh, that's gorgeous on the inside. Beautiful. Close up my ink pad so I'm klutzy. Now I will glue this on the front. I don't think I'm going to add dimensionals this time. I'm just going to glue it flat. I like that little Miss Mouse and little Mr. Mouse. She's in the teacup, which is so adorable. And Mr. Mouse has a pail, like he's ready to go pick those strawberries. Go. Now this is going to be a little bit of a challenge to put glue on. But that's where this mat comes in handy. So I'll just put it along the top, the side here, along this little bottom rail, a little bit here, 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 here to make that stick down. Gonna be fun to get this up on the paper. All right. That looks so cute. Maybe this I'll put on put up with dimensionals. A little bit of pink in there, a little bit of pink in each of the mice. And this glue that is on this silicone mat, you can let it dry. You can take a wet sponge and wipe it off right away. But if you let it dry, you can just peel it right off. That's the cool thing about that. So there's the front of the card. There's the inside. And then we're going to attach this to the center like this. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal for this. You can use glue. I don't know why I think it's a bigger area and I just want it to be more secure. Pop this baby in the center. And there we go. We've got our bridge card with a twist. And you can open it up and have your writing in the center. Isn't that adorable? Just adorable. And so it would sit up like this on wherever you set it up. It looks so cute. So cute. So there you go, bridge card with a twist. There you have it, folks. The twist on the bridge card. We have the bridge card like this, but here was the twist. We put a card inside, and there, I've decorated the inside, stamped it, decorated it. And then this folds flat, and it fits in a regular size envelope. And so I decorated the envelope to go with the card. So you just put glue on the flap, attach your paper down, and then cut around it. It's easier if you attach the paper, like put the top part, the clean edge along the fold instead of along here, because it's harder to cut up here without cutting into your envelope. So you have to be very, very, very careful. That is our card for this week. Our Fun Fold card. Fun Fold Fridays. So thank you for joining me. I love when you hang out with me. I love when you leave a comment. And if you have any questions, email me. Join my Facebook group. If you want to do some online shopping, my store link is down below as well in the comments. And it is so relaxing. I'm in a really busy time at work. And when I can come home and sit down and work on cards, especially when I showed you the stamping part and I just have to slow down, it makes me slow down. I can't go fast in cards. If I go fast, I'm cutting wrong, I'm scoring wrong, wasting paper and cardstock. I have to slow down, and that is cool because at work it's like get those, just get go 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 go. But this slows me right down, and it helps me be creative. I'm a creative person, so I love to be creative, and this helps me to do that. And then after being creative, I get to share this, and I get to share kindness one card at a time. Thank you.